Hey guys, here are the directions for your next research assignment, which is assignment number 5. This happens to be the first actual paper you're going to write, so we call it assignment 5, but it's paper 1, okay? Because right now, all you guys have done is some research and some smaller assignments. This is going to be your first actual paper, okay? So I'm in the module here for your paper, okay? And so I've posted again your research packet. I'm going to skip ahead to slide 3. And again, this is where you're going to find all of your assignments. So you'll notice that assignment 5 now has a link. When I click on that, it's going to take you to the directions. Okay, it's going to ask you to make a copy. Sorry, my computer is slow. Okay, and I'm going to present this just so that you can see it a little bit better. But your first paper is going to discuss what your problem is. Okay, so if you think back to that Pear Deck we did a while back on problems and solutions, part of the Pear Deck asked you to look at the 5 W's of analyzing a problem: the who, what, where, when, why, and how of a problem. And that's what you're going to do. What you're going to do here. Okay, so here's the beginning. Okay, you are going to create a 1.5 to 2 pages. That's about 650 words minimum. And yes, I am looking at your word count to explain what your topic is. And this does need to be in MLA format. So I would suggest going back to the videos on how to create that paper if you need to, okay? But you are going to define what your topic is. So what is your problem by talking about these 5 W's: who, what, when, where, why, and how of your topic, okay? The next piece, okay, it gives you steps here. So you've got step 1, step 2, all the way through, okay? You should have at least 3 articles that you want to use in this paper, okay? If you need to go find new sources, absolutely do that, but you can already do the ones that you have from your previous assignments, okay? So step 1 is to find those articles. Step 2 is a little worksheet that's kind of here to help you plan out your essay. So I'm going to click, I'm going to click on this, and it's going to open up this worksheet. This is kind of where you want to brainstorm all of your information, and kind of where you want to look at your articles and start putting in evidence. Okay, so again, it prompts you to make a copy. Okay, and so this is asking you to kind of brainstorm information. And don't worry if you don't have everything, if it doesn't apply to your topic, but most of the topics should have just about everything, okay? So if I go to this first page, it's asking you, what is your problem, okay? Then the second thing you need to fill out here in the middle is just, how do you know? And that's going to be your quotes or your paraphrasing, your evidence of what is the problem. And then I'm asking you for citations. So what article did this come from and what page number? So that way you can keep track of your citations. You don't have to write anything else on here. So you're just going to put, quotes, and then you're going to do paraphrases, paragraphs, paraphrase, and then you're going to put your, author. This is from Smith 3, and this one down here is from, Jones 5. Okay, so you're going to put quotes from your actual articles. So that's going to cover what is the problem. Okay, down here you might want to put a little bit of a summary, like abortion should be whatever your stance is or whatever your topic is. Okay, so what is the problem? Then we're going to go through who created the problem. And so you might have to think a little bit on that one. But you want to do a little bit of a, like, 1 to 2 sentences here for each one of these questions. So who created the problem? Who is affected by the problem? Then you're going to put your quotes and your paraphrases here, and then you're going to put your citations. So like your author and that page number. Okay, so you're just going to go through this, and you're going to kind of collect your evidence, and it goes through each piece. So when did the problem start? Think time, date, when did it become a huge issue? So some of your topics might have been around since the beginning of time, but when did it become a real big problem? Okay, the one I like to give an example of is, 300 years ago, men could beat their families and it was seen as discipline. It didn't become a problem until more recently. Okay, so that's what I might want to talk about down here in this area. And so that will walk you through your 5 W's and H, and then your why is it a problem and why hasn't it been solved? So again, you're going to put your quotes and paraphrases here and your citations on the side. I am not necessarily going to be collecting this, but I do think that it is a valid and helpful piece, because once you have done this, I'm going to X out of it. Step 3 is to create a new document with MLA format, okay? And there's videos that show you how to do that. It's still that header with that page number and your last name and all that stuff. Then you're going to go to your outline that you created for assignment 4, okay? Do not go back to assignment 4. Do not go back to assignment 4 and make a new copy, okay? Because then you'll have to do the whole thing again. But what you want to do is open up the one that you've already created. See how I have my name here and up here in the header and then up here in the title? Okay, this is the one that you submitted for assignment number 4. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back through and we're going to look at just this section right here. Okay, and if you look at the questions here, this is what is the problem? Who is it a problem for? When did it become a problem? You have your 5 W's here. So if you go to that worksheet that you should have completed already with all your quotes, you're just going to come in here and you're going to type a little summary of the problem is blah, blah, blah. Okay, and you're going to give those answers and maybe put in a couple of quotes into your outline so that you know what you want to write about for your paper. Okay, so you're going to fill out just this highlighted part. You do not need to go down here where it says assignment number 2 yet. We have not gotten here. Okay, I'm going to fix these numbers though because they are incorrect. So this is assignment 5. This is assignment 6. Okay, so what you're going to do is just focus on this stuff for paper 1, assignment number 5. Okay, and then you are going to take this, and if I open up a new document, okay, I'm going to do that real quick, hopefully pretty quick. So if I go to my drive and I make a new doc, maybe, let's see, there we go, new doc. I'm going to title it with my name. Okay, so last name, and I'm going to say assignment number 5, paper 1. And then I'm going to do my header. I'm not going to go through and explain it. There are videos that do this. Okay, so I'm just going to do this real quick. But I'm going to set up my header and my page number. Make sure it's double spaced. And I'm going to type in my name, the teacher name, class, and then the due date of this paper, which I believe is this coming Tuesday. So that would be September 8th. Okay, I'm going to put a title here, and your title needs to be related to your topic. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to this outline, okay? And I'm going to copy and paste, starting at the introduction, and copy over my filled in information. Okay, then this is where it gets a little confusing, so please pay attention. I'm going to skip all of this, and I'm going to copy the conclusion into here. Okay, oops, that was weird. Let me do that the right way. What I'm going to do now is not in my actual whole outline. Okay, I'm done with that once I've copied it over. I'm going to go in here and I'm going to start filling in what my hook might be. Because this is a full paper. So I am looking to see, do you have an introduction with these components? Is this filled in? And do you have a conclusion? So you do want to fill in the outline. Okay, and notice that my outline comes on one sentence here. I'm not going to start my paper right here. Okay, if we go back to our directions, okay, it says using your outline as a guide, begin your essay on the same document that you just created and pasted your outline. So we've done that. Okay, my next steps, well, we'll get there in just a second. Okay, so what I want to say is I have this whole page. I realize that, but you're going to insert, go to break, and insert a page break because we want to start our paper on a new page. So I would say, here's my, why is abortion such a problem? Okay, that would be the beginning of my paper. I don't know why it's not showing up. There it is. Okay, so that would be my introduction, and I would go through and I would write my, 1.5 to 2 page paper here. Okay, and we'll say that it goes like this and blah, 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 blah. Okay, so here's my paper. And then at the end of my paper, what I want to do is go back up to insert. Once my computer catches up. Okay, I'm going to insert another page break so it goes to a brand new page. And you'll notice that my page numbers over here are changing automatically. If yours don't, you did not put your paper in, your page number in correctly. Okay, so now if we go back to our directions, it says to create a works cited page. We've done the insert the page break. Okay, and so every article that I use in my paper, I'm going to create my works cited page. So to set that up, you can use that EasyBib. Okay, and that will pop up that add-on, and you can just add your works cited from here, or you can copy and paste to it. Okay, so I'm just going to search again a couple of books just to show you how it's going to pop up on this page. So I'm going to select that one. I'm going to do a website. Let's see what comes up. See what comes up here. It's being really slow. Okay, so if I'm on my last page here, all I'm going to do is once I have all of my sources here, I'm going to add to my doc. And it puts it right here. It's got the works cited title, just the way that we want it to show up. Okay, and so that is going to be right there for your works cited page. Then step 7, 8, and 9 is kind of editing and revising, making sure that you're reading through your stuff. Perhaps you want to put it through Grammarly or No Red Ink to catch some of the writing mistakes, have somebody kind of read over it. And then once you are done, step 10 is to turn it into Canvas. Okay, so again, just as a refresher, let me present this so it's a little bit bigger. We're only focusing on the problem right now. I do not want to see solutions in this paper at all. That will be your next paper, okay? So we're looking just for 650 words. We're defining your issue or the problem only, okay? So we don't want solutions or anything like that yet. You need at least 3 sources, 3 different articles minimum, and you need to use those sources. You can summarize, you can paraphrase, or you can use quotes, but make sure that no matter what you do, you're using in-text citations and that you have your works cited page. I want to talk about this part right here where it says active objective voice. This is an academic paper. You do not want to use the words I, me, or my. This is not where we want you to have your opinion. I love your opinions, but your research paper is not where you want to express it. This paper should be based on evidence and facts. So I should never ever see I, me, my. Okay? You want to put everything in third person. And then obviously don't forget your works cited page and your outline. And then on the next page here, there is a checklist that you definitely can print off if you want to, but these are the things that I'm going to be grading for. So obviously the hook, bridge, thesis in your intro, your body paragraph should cover the 5 W's. You have a conclusion that restates your thesis. You have 3 to 5 sources. It looks like it's been revised for editing, punctuation, spelling. Okay, you've got your heading and everything for MLA format. You've double spaced it. It's 650 words minimum. Your works cited should be on the own page. And you have at least, this should say 3 sources, not 2. And then it should be alphabetized. And then you have your outline. Okay. So that is kind of your guide for your paper. And it's going to look very, you're going to fill in your information, but you have your header and everything like that. You've got your outline that you're going to fill in. You've got your paper that starts on a brand new page. And then after your paper is done, you're going to have your works cited. Okay. And then your paper, this is the first part of it. Okay. So again, it's just your problem. No solutions. Okay. So this will be due Tuesday. That gives you almost a week to work on this assignment. You can use EasyBib here, or you can go to the website. Remember that Gale databases have the citation included at the bottom that you can copy and paste here. So just remember that you need to make sure you have the hanging indents and everything like that. Okay. So let's see if I can get, nothing. All right. Let's see if I can get one more source to show you. Here we go. Okay, so I'm selecting an additional source. I add that to my bibliography. And look, it automatically alphabetizes it by this author's last name here. Okay. So just watch those couple things. And as always, if you have any questions, guys, please let me know.